Yo, we live. We in here. Late night with the boys.
Yo,
Episode one.
What's going on? What's going on? We
Hey
live.
man, we live. We here. Got Bishop in the motherfucking building. If y'all don't know Bishop, man, y'all motherfucking tripping. Bishop, motherfucking love you, bro. How you feeling, man?
Man, I'm feeling all right, man. I'm feeling good, man. I feel good.
I'm glad to have you. You know, like I said, this episode one, so it was only right to kick it off with my brother. You feel me?
Yeah, definitely.
We here, like I said, live right here, Planet 96 Studios. We still under construction, but we still here. We rocking out. Like I said, it's getting there. It's getting there.
It's getting there.
It's definitely getting there. So we definitely gonna be here in building way more. Y'all gonna see us way more in here. But Bishop, man, how's it going, dog?
Man, it's going good, man. It feels good to be back home. I've been enjoying myself. I never thought I'd say that. I never thought I'd say like, man, I'm happy to be home, man. I spent so long, man. You know, always trying to make it out of Columbus, and I made it out of Columbus, and I'm like, I don't really like it here.
No, I feel it. I feel it, man. I know Columbus definitely missed you. Bishop, if anybody don't know Bishop, what would you want to tell them about Bishop? Like, what is Bishop?
Well, what is Bishop? Bishop's he's a man of the people. Like, you know, man. If anybody know me, man, I'm a person. I love my people, man. I'm full of passion, and a lot of times, you know what I mean. You know that passion gets misunderstood.
Nah,
But you know what I mean. But I'm a passionate person. I'm passionate about everything that I do, and that's why some people get it confused with I'll say arrogance. You know what I mean? But I'm as passionate. I love everything that I do. You know what I mean? I may not be the best, but you know, I'm just trying to be the best version of me. But
no,
yeah, but that's that though.
I feel it. I feel it. I feel it. I feel it. I know people when they look at Bishop and they talk about Bishop, people got either a good taste in their mouth about Bishop or a bad taste in their mouth about Bishop. And I feel like Bishop might be the most misunderstood person. And going into that, why do you feel like people misunderstand you enough? I know why, because you my brother. So you feel me? We can kick it back like all day, and we can really be on here for hours, really talking about the stories we got. So I know why people misunderstand you, but from your side of the thing, how you feel why people misunderstand you?
I think people misunderstand me because a lot of time when people tune in what was going on with me, they tune in on the latter side. You know what I mean? They see Bishop when he's exploding. Like usually on my day to day, I'm not going viral. But when I get mad or I start exposing somebody, now everybody's watching. And they like, man, why is he on 10 like this? You know what I'm saying? He's on 11. You know, man, I thought this was a man of God. But they didn't see the build up. They didn't see everything that transpired. They didn't see when I was giving people passes and, you know, low-key even being passive, you know what I mean? And, you know, and people were taking my kindness for a weakness, or they just really violated, you know, in the midst of it, you know, they look at me and they'll think, man, dude's a bully. And like, nah, I'm bullying the bullies. You know what I mean? You know, I'm a voice for the weak. I'm the voice for the voiceless. You know, I'm that person that steps up for the people that's scared to step up for themselves. You know, and I ain't the baddest person, but I'm just fearless. Right. There's only so much you can do to me that ain't been done to me.
Right. And speaking on that, like you said, you a voice for the voiceless. It's crazy. Me and you done known each other since I was what, 15? Like 16, right? Like 15, 16 years. So you feel me? Back in the day, they used to be like, bro, baby Bishop. You know, because we used to be with each other all the time. Bishop used to come pick me up, and Bishop and me just we clicked. Out of everybody in the group, like it was just like as you see, we here today. Like,
yeah, we're here
so
today.
we clicked. Like, so you know, it was always love. Like I said, Bishop took me under his wing. You feel me? Definitely showed me the game. I wouldn't have my moving company if it wasn't for Bishop. You feel me? So would never gotten a leasing if it wasn't for Bishop. You feel me? That like I said, that's bro. That's big bro. And everybody know like there's people you can talk to me about. You can call my phone. I might, you feel me, engage in. But Bishop, nah, y'all don't even want to do that because that's somebody I'm gonna really slide for because, like I said, that's my brother. And shoot, like I said, going into that, you got a lot. You back home. You feel me?
Yeah, I'm back home.
You just dropped a song. I know you've been working on a deal right now, and I know you got a lot working. So what do you got coming up? What
man,
you got going on?
We got a lot going on in a good way, man. A lot of blessings coming through. And I'll say this, man, life is, the Bible says, the wheat and the tear grow at the same time. So, man, it's, life is life. And at the same time, man, God is being God in a big way. My business growing, you know what I mean? I'm out in LA now. I got motion out there in Cali. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, listen, always.
You know what I mean?
Bro, always moving. I love that.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm actually out there. I got out there in Florida earlier in the year. I got somebody living off the beach. And that's actually one of the biggest things, we got going on, especially with the music. I ain't gonna say his name, but there's a guy, he's major in the music world, worked for Def Jam, managed people like Black Youngster. Got a lot of big people some deals. Scott Storch, Pharrell, The Roots. And he needed my service. And a lot of people be thinking, my business that I'm just helping out, the people that's out there just struggling. And there's a lot of high class people that be really needing my service. I've had help people, that work at banks and not the tellers. I'm talking about the people that got an office.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because people be having credit issues. Life be happening to them, man. And this brother, man, he's older. He had got sick. He had got cancer. You know what I'm saying? And started staying with one of his rich friends. You know what I mean? And when he got himself together, because I've been moving around in Florida, he was saying he needed a place. Somebody was like, man, how did my guy Bishop? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We got on the horn. And he started telling me about what he did. I'm like, man, wow! Like, bro was in the studio, and living with LL Cool J when they made "Mama Gonna Knock You Out." Like, they go way back. Go way back. He really OG. And I got home and told homie about myself. Eventually asked, to hear my music. And I sent it to him, man. He loved it. And he was like, man, anything you want to do, I'm gonna help you. Like, you done bless me. I can turn around and help you because I actually like your music. I said, you got something. I'm like, all right, well, send me some beats. You know what I'm saying? And now we almost like 20 songs in. Like, you know what I mean? And I'd have been on the phone with, some big radio people, talking about stuff, some other record label execs, some other little stuff. You know what I mean? And that's going, in a good way. We see what's gonna come from that. You know what I mean? Something good. Then bro got major motion right now. Shout out to my brother Damian Dope Business Johnson. Bro, listen,
shout out that boy, man.
Listen, I don't think nobody in Columbus got more viral attention on a consistent basis outside of him. Like, you know what I mean? Now, there's some people that's making some motion. Shout out to everybody. I ain't hating on nobody. But bro is going up. Like, man, he just went from when Chris Brown shared him. You know what I'm saying? Chris Brown shared him, bro. He went. I remember on Facebook, he was maybe like 113,000 followers. Already had motion, but you know what I'm saying? He went from that number. Now he's like close to like 300,000. That was just a couple months ago. You know what I'm saying? Heavy motion, bro.
I've been seeing the motion from bro really moving. I see he keep growing, keep elevating. I see, like I said, he got what he just posted, Damon Wayans.
Yeah, Damon Wayans following
him. So yeah, that's big. You feel me?
But he done done stuff for Tesla. You know what I mean? He done done stuff for Ferrari. Like I said, he literally had something in Times Square, bro. I seen it. Like, bro, this is not AI.
It's crazy you said that because I seen the post today and it was like Cleveland really put on the map for Ohio, and people was like, nah, y'all gotta wait, y'all gotta stop that. Like Cleveland doing y'all thing, don't get it wrong, but Columbus really got motion. Yeah. And you feel me? There's people getting signed from here. Like I said, you got people getting deals, people in the works with deals. You got hella outlets right now booming in the city. So yeah, I feel like Columbus is definitely on the rise right now. That's really big. It's motion in the city. Like
it's our turn. You know what I mean? And I'll say this respectfully. Cleveland, they was the first big city putting on for us in a major way in the hip hop area. You know what I'm saying? Because Columbus got music that go back into the, the 80s and the 70s, like Dr. Dre even stole some stuff, you know what I mean, that really created what they got going on. It came out of actually Columbus first, you know what I mean? But, for a while, we ain't really had nothing. Like the talent was here, if you're from the city, you would know people that really had it, but the people that would get to the skybox, you know what I'm saying, was niggas that didn't have talent.
Facts.
Niggas didn't have talent. And that's one of the things I'm gonna say I hate about Columbus, because we put a whole lot of people up front and y'all niggas can't rap. Let's say these niggas can't rap. You popular, you got swag, you may have really got the bag, but you're not a rapper. You may have lived a life. You may be valid. I ain't gonna say you fake. I don't know you like that, but you're not a good rapper. And the people that actually got skills don't get played unless you're popular.
Yeah, you remember we was just talking about that not too long ago. We was like, shout out my bro Quincy. But Quincy is a motherfucking dope ass artist that I feel like niggas should be really playing. Like his whole album really is fire, bro. Like
hey, listen, he's a Drake. He does not have the tough image, the cool nigga image. But when you listen to his work,
bro, fire,
bro. I'm a music critic, bro, and I don't tell everybody, bro, that he's a great artist, bro. He's not just a rapper. He's a great artist.
Great artist. Like he's so versatile. Like I said. He got a new track I know coming out soon. I wish he would let me fucking drop it, but he won't let me drop it yet. He said he's still tweaking it. So don't send me shit if it ain't done, Quincy. All right, I know you watching this motherfucker. But like I said, bro, going on to the next question. What was some of your mentors or who really guided you and influenced you growing up? Like I said, I know you. So people don't know this nigga versatile as fuck. Like Bishop can really do anything for real. And then when you tell him you can't do it, he gonna do it. Like and just so he can show you that he can do it. Like that's a person that's like I said, that's my brother. So when we compete, it's brotherly competition. Like you feel me? We never try to be better than the other. Cause like I said, his success is my success. My success is his success. His pocket is my pocket. His pocket is my pocket. You feel me? That's all he is, bro. This is a person I can call on a dime and be like, hey, bro, I need you. Like, you feel me? He might cuss me out. He might give me a lecture like always, but he gonna come through. So who was some people that really influenced you,
man? Influenced me.
Musically, or like I said, you got different lanes.
Musically, when we say, I'm like, there's a lot of different.
Yeah.
Musically, I feel like the first person I really clung to, honest, as a rapper, was Nas. I think he was the first person. It was that If I Ruled the World track, him and Lauryn Hill back in the day. I remember hearing that as a kid. And of course, I always liked music, but that was the first real song that got to me. And it was the fact that he had a. I realized at that point that music was a painting a picture, making artwork, and he had a canvas, that he was, being able to create whatever he wanted. And I'm like, man, I loved where his mind went. And I thought about like, man, what if I ruled the world? And it made my imagination go. And then, just listening to his music, like, man, Nas is so much more doper than what most people give him play for, because most people never really listen to his albums. You know what I mean? You heard his singles, and a lot of his singles wasn't his best work to, you know what I mean, for real. You listen to his album, like, bro, you hear like the song Rewind.
Yeah.
So Rewind, when he literally rapped the whole story in reverse. Like, you know what I'm saying? And people don't really, a lot of this new generation, they listen to music for the vibe. They don't listen for the substance. You know what I mean? So you can really go somewhere, you can sit back and think and go on a journey. You can be in the room, but not be in the room because you visualizing everything that he's painting. You know what I'm saying? And I think that, he's one of the first. Now, there's a lot of different influences, but I think he was definitely the first. I really feel like and a lot of people, like I love Pac. I love Pac, and most people do. And here's an unpopular opinion. Yeah, lyrically, Pac may not have been the best ever, but Pac was the most powerful ever. He was the most impactful. You know what I mean? He was the most passionate. You know what I'm saying? You could feel what he said. Like, I felt that. Like, I felt that, Pac. Like, it hit you right in the gut. You know what I'm saying? And it comes from a place of transparency, of pain, that shows, like, I've been there. You know what I'm saying? I feel you. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know about y'all, but sometimes I be in my feelings. You know what I'm saying? And I want some music that's going to tap into where I'm feeling right now. You know what I'm saying? And if you really in that life, Pac going to say something that I felt that.
Hey, that's crazy you said that, because I know you seen that new documentary that 50 Cent just put out about You feel me, Diddy and everything.
Honestly,
I know you might not catch it because I think I hit you and asked you like,
I ain't get a chance to watch it.
So yeah, Pac is definitely, I think, an influence. If you know real, you know Pac, and I feel like Pop is definitely the biggest influence for a lot of people. In the right there, look, we got a comment right now on Facebook. That boy Grimace said Tupac is the best ever. Facts.
Yeah, he's the best ever, man. Cause it's like Pac was like a Malcolm X. You know what I'm saying? You know, because you got to understand once we lost those voices in the 70s. You know what I'm saying? You know, we lost Martin Luther King, we lost Malcolm X, we lost those different people. He was one of the next big voices to speak for the people, and it had been a while. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, and it's a Pac said things that inspire you and touch you so many different ways. You know what I'm saying? Pac, the way the world is now, Pac could have been a politician. Pac could have been a governor somewhere. Like, think about it. Arnold Schwarzenegger, the governor. You think Tupac couldn't have been the governor?
I think I just seen something that
Donald Trump's the president. Tupac could have been president.
Who is it? Bro, what's bro name? Jason Lee, the little influencer that owned Hollywood, TikTok, or whatever. But I heard he was a motherfucking mayor somewhere in California. So I'm just like, oh, y'all niggas let anybody get in politics.
Kane from WWF. Yeah, he's like the mayor somewhere.
He mayor Nashville, Tennessee.
Yeah, Bishop for president.
Yeah, y'all heard it here.
Everybody getting their license back.
Everybody, hey, Bishop for president. Yeah, y'all better go ahead, Bishop for president. Sign me up. Bishop, what motivated you, or what really influenced you to, like I said, you versatile. So now I want to go into let's go into the church. Because I know you, like I said, you've been in the church, you know, since I've known you. Bishop, like, bro, he can speak that real shit, and he can speak that real shit. So you feel me? You can get either one with Bishop on any given day. So what really influenced you for the background, like I said, the church roots?
To be honest, I don't have one of those stories where I came up and be like, my mama was a crackhead, my daddy was selling dope. Nah, my original setup in life, it was the Huxtables. You know what I'm saying? My parents was married when they had me. You know what I'm saying? You know, they had a little money. You know what I'm saying? You know, my grandmother was a Pentecostal preacher. My parents, you know, they met in church. You know what I'm saying? You know, so I came from a good household. You know what I'm saying? You know, my mother, my church was big. My pastor was a millionaire, bro. He had a church apartment complex that was next door. You know what I'm saying? All Section 8. You know what I'm saying? He had a couple hundred units. He got that. When I say he got money, that man got his own money. He got his own money. and that's one of the reasons I be coming against these preachers that, you know, be living off of the tithe and not going to get to no bag, because my original pastor went and got to a bag before he got started. Like the disciples did, like Jesus did. He had a business beforehand, and he didn't ever have to raise no money because he had his own money. But that's just that. But yeah, I came up in the church. Listen, man, my mom was the secretary of the church. The church had a school. My mom was the secretary of the school. You know what I'm saying? And then I went to that school. My sisters went to that school. We had chapel every day. So as a child, I was always learning Bible stories. I may not have knew all the scriptures. I knew a couple scriptures, but I knew most of the general basis of most Bible stories. And my mom led the choir at school. So I know a lot of gospel songs. And my mama could really sing. And my dad was the sound man, so I know how stuff supposed to sound. So I'm going back and forth with my mom teaching people how to sing. And my dad making it, you know what I mean, making everything sound clean. Like, you know what I mean? So as a part of, where I got introduced to music, like, you know what I mean? My dad was a DJ too before he got to the church, you know what I mean? So with that, that's how I got introduced to it, you know, so I came up with it. But, you know, my parents split when I was 7, you know what I mean? And then for the next, 10 years of my life, we would go to church sometimes, but we weren't always there. You know how that go. Divorce, tear a lot of people up. And then 10 years later, after my parents split, my mom got killed. right after that, my best friend, you know, my mentor got killed, him and his wife, you know what I mean, like 2 months later, a car accident. A lot of crazy other stuff happened. You know, my best friend ended up, you know, blowing his brains out a block over from where my mama got killed at. And it was bad. You know what I'm saying? I was on the edge, and I ain't gonna say on camera what I was about to do. It was about to go there. And then my sister had invited me to this church. You know, it's called Power and Glory, and you know this. You know, I came there, and man, the dude was just preaching to me. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know if you ever, you know, ever been to church and you be like, bruh, don't do know my business.
Yeah, no.
Somebody gave him the scoop.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, but that's just a prophetic preacher. You know, prophecy is the testimony of Jesus, and he's saying stuff only God would know. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know you in a real church. I'm like, bro, ain't no way you know that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that's something, you know, something only Jesus can share with you. You know what I mean? You know, and you know, that was the day that I got really introduced to the King. He's like, it's one thing to be no church, know of the Bible, to be around it, but until you actually experience Jesus. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? That's why a lot of people, you know, they say, you know, like, oh, I got hurt by the church. I got hurt by the church. Well, not really, because you got hurt by people in a building. You know what I'm saying? The actual church is the body of Christ, the people, the real people. You know what I'm saying? So you didn't get hurt by the body. You got hurt by BBL. With Pastor Miami, Pastor Dr. Miami.
That BBL.
You know what I mean? But you know, and not to judge people like that, because I fell for that before. I got hurt by pastors. You know what I mean? You know, and got mad at God for what they did. You know, and that's when, you know, actually, you know, when I went back to the streets. You know what I'm saying? When that's when my name really, you know, when Bishop became the bad guy. You know what I'm saying? You know, because Bishop got hurt, you know, and got bitter. And you know what I'm saying? And I charged God foolish for what people done to me. You know, and there's a lot of people that's like that. They mad because they, you know, their grandmama died. They mad because their child may have died. They lost something because they feel like life is supposed to be this fairy tale. It's supposed to be this happily ever after. And not saying that the happily ever don't exist, but life is about trials, challenges, hurdles, and overcoming them. You know what I'm saying? Life is about scenarios of problems. You know what I'm saying? You know, and how you get through the problem. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that's great in the Bible, they had problems. You know what I'm saying? They had stuff going on. There wasn't nobody there just chilling, being blessed. I'm not doing nothing, just being blessed.
If that was the case, we would have had nothing for God to, you know, put in the Bible when there was nothing going on. He would have had to make no miracles.
Listen, bro, people be like, God, you can use me. All right, get ready for trouble. Because I'm about to put you in some situations, some hard situations, and you're gonna have to go through it, and I'm you to give me glory in the end. You know what I'm saying? You know, and if you can walk through that, like, all right, cool, I can use you. But being used by God ain't just preaching and talking to nobody. Ain't being used by God. Being used by God is going through something and going through it the godly way, so other people can see how to go through it the right way and learn from you. You know what I mean? Through your actions. You know what I mean? That's how you really be used by God. You know, and I'm struggling in some areas, but I'm working on it. But that's how you be used by God. You do something for Him. You know what I mean?
Nah, I definitely feel it, and I definitely get it. Like I said, you know, we talk daily, so you know my struggles and my motherfucking, you know, I come to you. We talk, like, you feel me. So going to that, like I said, I come to you when sometimes I need guidance on certain things. What do you do when you need guidance on certain things? Where do you go when life get a little heavy and you feel me? You don't know what to do. Like I said, if anybody know Bishop, they know this nigga that has heavy moments. Okay, like glad trash bag heavy moments. Okay, like this is my brother, so I can say this shit. Okay, like glad bag moments, nigga. Okay, so. What do you do? Like I said, where does Bishop go to refocus and go back to, you know, get centered?
Being honest with you, a lot of times it's a couple different things that I do that pull me back. A lot of times what I do, I hit the east side from wherever I'm at. I go by James Road, I go into Mayfair, and I go sit right where my mama got killed at. I go right to where I was standing at, and I relive it all. I see it again. You see what I'm saying? And I experienced that. I feel that pain. It comes fresh. It comes alive. It was one of the. It was the hardest and the most craziest thing I've ever been through. And I think, and I look at myself like, look, we made it through this. And if we made it through this situation that we're going through right now can't break us. It may shake us, but it can't break us. And I have a talk with myself, and you know what I mean. And I think about how hopeless I felt in that moment, how that disadvantage I felt, how I felt like the rest of the world, you know, the rest of life was just going to be dark and chaotic and hopeless because I lost my mama. You know what I mean? And I think about how bright it became despite all of the rain. You know what I mean? And I find hope. You know, outside of that, you know, of course I'll pop up at church. I ain't an every Sunday church goer. You know, I really feel like the church is the hospital you go when you need it. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't feel because Jesus wasn't in the church. You know what I'm saying? If you look in the scriptures, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John,
he was everywhere.
Yeah, he was everywhere. Jesus was outside.
Jesus was outside.
Jesus was outside.
Jesus was definitely outside.
When he was in the church, they wasn't really feeling him. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't really getting through.
And they didn't believe he was real a hell of time.
He didn't believe he was that guy. Like I say, I'm him. He said, I am that I am.
They said, bro, what? They said, this nigga made you not blind? They was like, yeah, he made me not blind. They was like, man, we don't believe this nigga. What is he, nigga? It's like, no, so I definitely get it. Like, yeah, bro, like, Jesus is on side, so I definitely get what you say. Like, I don't go to church all the time, but I definitely believe in a higher power, and I believe Jesus Christ is that higher power, and that's, you know, what I believe in. So, yeah, I definitely get you on that. Like, I don't know who the fuck told people they gotta go to church every Sunday, and that was gonna make sure you get to heaven. Like, yeah, make sure you go every Sunday. Like, don't get me wrong. If you go to church, go to church. But I'm just saying, you can get to church anywhere. You can get to church at work. Okay.
Well, here's what the scripture says. The scripture says, don't forsake the coming together of yourselves. Why? Because the scripture says when 2 or 3 come together in my name, I'll be in the midst. Right? So I'm just gonna be honest, it's hard to get a visitation, a real visitation, not to feel his presence, but to get a real visitation, a real experience.
I get it. So you need more than 2 or 3 people. You feel me?
Well, no, I'm saying 2 or 3 can happen. Listen, shout out to my dude Don Chop It Up. He's one of my barbers, you know what I mean? And I would pull up on him sometimes. He'd be cutting at the crib. And he would wait to call me until he had a nice group of fellas in there waiting. And he'll call me, like, haircut and a prayer. You see what I'm saying? And I slide down there like, I'm on my way. You see what I'm saying? I come down there. Everybody's be talking. I join in the conversation where we talk about rap, this, that, and the third. And I would just find a way to spin the conversation and get to talking about God. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, everybody in there, even after they got their haircut, they sit back down and just listen. You know what I'm saying? At the end, we would pray, and brothers would leave up out of there like, hey, I'm glad I came here today, bro. I needed that prayer on blood, bro. I needed that on blood, nigga, you know. I feel it. But you know what I'm saying? It would be impactful, and that was church, because some people will never get into the building. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So you got to bring what's in the building to them. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and the impact I've made on people, the most impactful messages I've ever preached was never heard. You know what I'm saying? That's what they said about Jesus. He did so many miracles. You know what I'm saying? Paul the writers could write the books can contain everything he did. He was always doing something that was never seen behind the scenes, and that's why a lot of people misunderstand me. They don't be seeing Bishop behind the scenes.
I was just about to say that. Like, if you really know Bishop behind, if you know Bishop, you know Bishop. Like, and Bishop, like I said, you misunderstood like a motherfucker. So you don't let a lot of people in. You really got to show your loyalty. Like we just had the conversation with yesterday, where it was like, nigga, if you ain't ready to slide for me, don't call me brother, okay? Keep that brother shit over there. Like, if you ain't on that type of time, bro, don't call me brother, nigga. So, no, I definitely feel you. Like, niggas don't see Bishop behind the scenes. Because, like I said, he's a motherfucker that's going to come through. whenever you need them to. You feel me?
You need somebody to pray with you. You need somebody to go fight somebody for you. You need somebody to watch a kid. You need, you see what I'm saying? Like, you need $20. That don't mean everybody hit me for $20.
Hey, yeah, no, please.
Don't, because Bank of America just hit me last night.
Please don't hit me. Listen, don't hit me. Please don't hit us.
Please don't ask me for $20.
I just had somebody hit me for some money, and I'm like, man, I just paid my card rent. Okay, I don't got it. Okay?
But listen, I'm gonna give a quick principle out right now. And then I'm gonna teach everybody something about prayer. Right? Now check this. I got an unwritten rule in my head. If I ain't heard from you in a long time, and you reach out to me, hey, bitch, what's going on? Hey, man, I see you exposing niggas. Oh, God, you. Hey, so by the way, I was wondering if I could get $35. You know what I mean? People are always happy. They greet you so well when they need some money. Like, oh, you look good today.
You look good. You losing weight. Planet Fitness is doing well, right?
So about my rent, what had happened was like, yo. But yeah, man, you know, people they don't see me behind the scenes, and you know, and it's crazy because I've heard so many times, probably 100 times, people will be like, yo, you nothing like what I see online. Like, I be thinking you a jerk and you mean and this, that, the third. Like, you really nice. Like, yeah, I am nice. Just don't play with me, bro. Like, pray with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather be your friend. And I'm a good friend. I'm friendly. I like to laugh. I like to joke. You know what I'm saying? I just love people. I just don't like to be played with or disrespected.
Facts.
Don't do that.
Facts.
Don't do that.
Facts.
Don't do that.
And then now that you said that, getting into this, like I said, Bishop was a man of many hats. So everybody know Bishop has his own house and company. And you know, you need a house, you hit Bishop up. Let's clear the fucking air. Okay? He's not a fucking scammer. You can't see this nigga if he was a scammer, okay? I'm just gonna say that. Like, let's be 100. Like, because people be hitting me and be like, Bishop was a scammer. And I'm like, how? Well, they didn't pay their rent.
The truth of the matter is, I got scammed. I got scammed. But no, I'm gonna give a legit breakdown because you know a lot of people would be wondering because they heard like, well, how could all that happen? First off, I was charging people $1,500 up front back then, right? But first thing you got to understand is about business costs. When people paid, I didn't make $1,500. I didn't make $1,500. Number one, because I had 2 full-time employees. You know what I'm saying? You know, I had 2 full-time employees. I had a part-time employee, and I had 2 other partners, and I had a $1,600 loan I was paying back monthly towards the end of the thing. You know what I mean? But before that, I still had that. There's a lot of business expenses. So on a weekly basis, listen, every dollar that was ever made inside of there, it goes into the pot, and then all bills got taken care of, and then me and my partners make profit. So out of every $1,500, you know what I'm saying, I maybe made 2, 3, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Depending on all the expenses we had going on. I was doing a high volume, and then I got other businesses, other money that people don't know about. So you know what I'm saying? You know, people think I was getting rich. Like, if I got scamming everybody for all the money, count the people. That was 50 to 100 people. I would have been rich. I would have got out of town. I would have had a new bike. I would have dropped a whole bunch of rap videos.
I wouldn't be here, okay? I wouldn't have just been laid off if that was the case, okay? Like, if that nigga really scammed all the people, you feel me? Like,
now here's what happened. A lot of times, like, you know, I'll say this. This is something that God showed me because he had to, you know, begin to show me myself after I was open to see it. I was a jerk back then. Like, I was a jerk. I'm just gonna be honest. Bishop was not always a super nice person. I did have a time when I was very hot-headed and disrespectful. When people make me mad, and it was easy to make me mad. And there was a lot of people on it that was lying because I disrespected the hell out of them. One of my favorite things I used to tell people: suck a dick and die. You know what I'm saying? You remember that, Eric? I was ever too somebody get mad, suck a dick and die. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? And I said a lot of hurtful things to people. So when, you know, it was just like you see the bully get knocked out. You know what I'm saying? You gonna come get a couple kicks in. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? There was people out there that didn't like me for that reason. Also, there was a lot of misunderstandings. Some people would pay their money You know, and then you got to wait in line because we got other people that got to process before you. You know what I'm saying? You know, period. When just because you pay don't mean you first. I got 100 customers. You don't know if you number 5 or 75. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And just because you just pay right now, I mean, you in front of them that just paid a couple hours ago. You know what I'm saying? And then when it time people time to get processed, they either got fired, was broke, didn't do it. No, I just want my money back now. Like, no, you get the service.
Tax time balling.
Yeah, exactly. People, you know what I'm saying? You know, and then they because they would fall apart, they would be like, oh, you scammed me. I'm not denying you the service. You just gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta wait. You have your money. If you're not ready, okay, just come back when you're ready. But you ain't getting back when you paid. That's gone now, brother. Like, oh, and you know what I mean? Because if I was pocketing everything, y'all would have seen me in Atlanta like posted up and taking a picture with a rapper somewhere. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, that wasn't it. I ain't that type of guy. Like,
he would be putting himself on. Okay,
you know what I'm saying? And what I did, a lot of people they didn't see how I did. You know, because at the end when my business did crash, there was some people I owed some money because when everything was crashing, I couldn't process no more people, and their money was already spent. So I told them, like, listen, as soon as I get back up and going, I'm gonna take care of you. You know what I'm saying? And this is what I showed people that people was lying because I got on Facebook and I left that post up. I never took it down, but it's still in the midst of everything going on. I said, if you have felt like I owed you any money, email me, and I'm gonna give y'all that email right now. So somebody hear this. You see what I'm saying? Email this email, and you see what I'm saying? My team will reach you, and we will take care of whatever it is. ARG Elite resolutions and refunds. You see what I'm saying? And if you feel like you can't get it, you can hit my inbox, and I'll give you that email. We took care of everything, and it was like this. Out of the 100-some people that said I scammed them, there wasn't not even 5 of those people that was on there that said that hit that email, because they all knew they didn't have the proof to where we did you wrong, where I failed you. If I failed you, couldn't just get you into a place, and yeah, you owe your money back, period. But I didn't fail you. You just didn't come up with your second half.
Nah, facts. And that's what I feel like a lot of people didn't get. Like, a lot of people didn't get, like, nigga, you put your credit on the line, your business credit to put you in a house because you fucked up with your real credit, so now I gotta use my shit in order to get you in.
And then here's the thing: the risk that I take is heavy because there's, you know, if it goes bad for you, I gotta pay. And if I end up having to pay 1 month of rent, then I lost the majority of what I charged you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And sometimes it goes deeper. I've lost up to $7,000 just for one customer, trying to get them evicted because they wouldn't leave. You know what I'm saying? You know, so you know, and you know, it's man, listen, it's very risky, even with some of the most responsible people. Like, you see, just a week ago, I had one of my tenants die. And this ain't the first time somebody died or somebody went to jail. Somebody got into a car accident or somebody broke up and they can't afford it no more because now they, you know what I'm saying? You know, the life be life for people. And in the midst of all of that, I'm the one that's gambling with you and got to come up with the cash on the backside. You know what I mean?
People don't realize that. Like, people don't realize that. They just look at it like, oh, you should just help me out the kindness of your heart. And if I fail, I fail. Like, no, this is a business, baby. Like, we can't do that. Like, Donald Trump is president. The economy is fucked. I need everything, okay?
Yeah, listen, I got to charge for everything because people don't understand that heavy risk that I take. You know what I mean? When I first started off, first person I charged, I was charging $500. I didn't understand the risk I was taking. And when things started going bad and I seen I had to pay for it, I was like, oh, this got to go up. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of work. It's a lot to manage. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of people even hear about what I do. And you don't want to take that type of risk. Even the rich people, they be like, ooh, that's risky. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm just a gambler. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I'm taking gambles on people. You know, and like I said, you know, I took care of everybody that you needed to be taken care of. My team did that because there was some small mishaps. Like, I mean, listen. One thing I learned as you know, doing this landlord type stuff. There's 2 months in the year where I see almost close to half of everybody be late on rent or get close to get evicted is January 1st and July 1st. Now, I know what's going on in January, but I don't know what's going on in July. I don't know what goes on in July, but that 1 month I had so many people come late, and I had a complex or a couple complexes that, you know, they had them on auto pay. And people that came in from one complex paid, you know, and I dropped their stuff off. It was like the third. By the time they stuff cleared, that other people just took it out. So people that didn't pay over here got their stuff paid, and people that didn't pay over here ended up paid, and I couldn't reverse the money. You can't pull it back.
I can't do that.
Like Bank America got me last night for a couple bands. I was like, oh God.
Hey, I remember you called my ass earlier about that shit.
I was like, God
Damn. Well, shit. Well, shit. God damn it. Fuck you, Bank of America. God damn. Like, hey, I hate that shit when they ACH your ass. Like, you could have tried to debit my shit, but you ACH me. You're like, ah.
ready to lock your card.
You can't do nothing about an ACH, nigga. Bro, ACH is the worst thing to wake up to see on your fucking bank account. Like, you see ACH, you like, oh, damn.
It's like a federal indictment.
You think you just got a RICO case, nigga? Like, oh, fuck, they got my shit. Like, how did they do that? Like,
How did you get here?
I don't know, nigga. Yeah. Hey, for real, bro. ACH is the worst thing. I think a RICO and the ACH is like they might be on the same level for real. Like, I don't know which one might be worse, get a RICO charge or ACH charge. Like, fuck, nigga, I would hate to wake up to an ACH. And then, for how much you woke up to, I would have been like, oh, let me go back to sleep. Like, let me go back to sleep, nigga. Fuck out of here. I'm going back to sleep. Let me go. I gotta wake back up. Like, this ain't happening, nigga. This ain't happening, man. Hey, so now I'm going on to the next question. If you could change one thing about the culture in the city, what would it be?
The love. The love.
I feel that.
Columbus don't love nobody. Unless they know you personally, they don't love nobody.
Not at all.
And I seen that. Listen, years ago before I was making diss tracks, you remember that music? I wasn't getting love. I was getting love out of town.
Hey, shout out everybody this nigga dissed. I'm just saying, I'm sorry. That was a period in time we want to take back. And he won't say it, I will say it for him. We apologize for that time period, okay? We was born, okay? Like,
but now let me give people the real, because one of the things that motivated me doing those diss tracks is this. I see that Columbus don't share love to nobody. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna build my name off the hate. And my name got built off the hate because every time I dropped the diss track, everybody like, Bishop dropped the diss track. Who Bishop? This guy on Facebook. He's a madman. Somebody's gotta stop him. And look, people wouldn't promo me when I asked them to share stuff. But when I diss somebody, they share it.
And Columbus is just that city, I feel like that. Columbus, they don't do shit unless it's bad. Like, when old girl gave up her kids, she was like the wrong people's face. Like, what the fuck? Y'all would have made her viral for giving up her kids? You know how many crackheads is probably like, God damn, I've been done that, baby. I've been done that. I done did that 3 years ago. What the fuck? Ain't nobody taking me out the hood.
Oh my God.
Like Columbus, yeah, I definitely feel you. I think Columbus need to change the narratives and show more love. Because niggas don't show love in the city.
Nah, man, niggas don't show love, man. And I try to, and I'll say this. I be trying to show love to everybody, but some of you niggas, bro, just need to quit rapping. I'm just being real, bro. Niggas don't have you in their playlist. Bro, I went to the Buckeye Michigan game, bro. The nigga walked up to me like, hey, you do music? I was like, yeah. He was like, it's him. I'm like, he's like, bro, you in my playlist, bro. You in my playlist. Put up a song Put Up Riot from 5, 6 years ago. You see what I'm saying? Put Up Riot. He's like, bro, you on my playlist. I'm like, hey, what's up? Like, and Riot was my biggest song. Listen, I got people down in Texas making the wrong, and people down in all over the place. You see what I'm saying?
And that whole movement was the shit. I got pictures of my phone of you.
Man, and if it wasn't for CPD, I would have been famous.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. This nigga Bishop definitely was. He was on this shit.
Jadakiss in my inbox. I can show y'all in the inbox. Jadakiss on my inbox. Him and Styles P was finna do a video listening to Riot and telling everybody to go listen to me. That was game over. Then I got hit with that warrant.
Nah, facts. Speaking of that, my nigga Bishop might be the most unfortunate circumstance, okay, in history. Like, he's a motherfucker that you be like, oh man, my nigga got it. And then it be like, fuck. Like, god damn it. Something fucking always happens. God damn it. Like,
yeah, it keeps it going, man. Like, what I've learned is that you can be destined for something, but God got different phases and different seasons that he has to take you to get you ready. You know what I'm saying? Now, you know what I'm saying? Now check this. You go buy a chicken, you know what I'm saying? You gotta pluck the feathers. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You gotta cut his head off. You know what I'm saying? You gotta open him up and take his guts out. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, boil that thing. You gotta season that thing. You honestly boil it first, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta wash it off, you gotta clean it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta season it, you gotta put it in the oven, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gotta put it inside of grease, you know what I'm saying? You gotta process, you gotta take it through, you know what I'm saying, to get it to it's actually sitting, you know what I'm saying, on the table, you know what I'm saying? And I understand that, a lot of times I thought I was ready before, and I'm glad God didn't put me there because I would have been the wrong version of myself. I really wasn't ready. Talent-wise, I've always had it. The first celebrity that heard me, Busy Bone, my sister played my music for him. He was like, I want to meet him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I let the church folk that was around talk me out of it. They was like, they're going to be doing the devil music. You know what I'm saying? But and that was way back 20 something years ago. You know what I'm saying? I've always been able to depart on there, but sometimes your gift can take you places your character can't keep you. You know what I'm saying? And if I would have made it before, I would have ruined my destiny, you know what I'm saying, for a little bit of desire. You know what I mean? I would have been out there doing the most. You know what I'm saying? Ignorant, foolish stuff if I would have got the money too early. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you can do things too early. I got married too early. You know what I'm saying? And you move too fast. You know what I'm saying? You want some chicken that's been cooked fast? It's gonna be pink and chewy in the middle.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? And a lot of your lives right now is pink and it's chewy in the middle because you got out too fast.
Nah, we gonna talk about that because I know a lot of people wonder, like, Bishop's back. Okay, so what happened? What happened, Bishop? Bishop, what happened? Like, so I don't give a fuck because I'm gonna say it. I was a nigga that said this shit from the get-go that I was like, bro, when bro called me and told me he was leaving, I was like, you'll be back. Did I not? I was like, bro, you'll be back. I was like, I don't give a fuck, bro, you'll be back. I was like, all right, bro, I'll see you back I'll see you. Like, you feel me? You did come back on the business. You feel me? You came back, handle your shit, so we definitely seen each other. But I knew you was gonna be back. So Bishop's back. Bishop's single. Bishop ain't married. Let's talk about it.
Oh man. I'll say this. First thing is this. North Carolina wasn't bad to me as far as the people. The outside people there, and it's not what I thought it was. It's not like a black city. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was like another Atlanta, black city. You know what I'm saying? Just haven't taken off yet. It's very diverse. You're gonna see a little bit of everything. It ain't dominated by nothing unless you know what I'm saying. It's in a certain part. Hold up. Son calling me. Son, daddy on the interview. You okay?
Yeah, but you know what to put that thing on?
What you try to make some raviolis?
Yes.
Put it on 130, son.
He said, yeah.
Single dad life.
Man, he's like, all right, I got it out. Listen, y'all see, dad here, okay? I feel him. You feel me?
Oh man. But yeah, man, this real diverse city, I was getting some money down there. People really, I will say this, man, North Carolina, man, it's a good market down there. I just say this, man, ain't nothing like home. You know what I'm saying? I left, honestly, I had a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? That August, before I left, you know what I'm saying, that the prior August, Marco and his wife got killed. That was my brother I came up with, and that tore me up. But he was out there on the scene when my mama got killed. Like we was just a little pup, and that my mind was real messed up. A couple of weeks after that, I wrecked my bike. You know what I'm saying? And then and lost a big contract. You know what I'm saying? Then had to have surgery. Then start going through a bad breakup.
Oh, I know about the surgery. Hey, oh, my leg! Look at my leg! Hey, bro, fuck this nigga, man. This nigga is the most judgmental nigga. When you helping a nigga, like, ooh, bro,
Hey, you was hurting my leg, bro.
he had me busy like a stripper, y'all. Like, I was over there holding his leg, trying to get him in the car. Mind you, nigga, I got a Nissan Sentra, y'all. I have a Nissan Sentra, okay? So if anybody know a Nissan Sentra, nigga, we sing it low, nigga. Like, you feel me? So, I'll put this nigga in the back.
I could have called Lyft, nigga.
Like, he needed an Uber XL. This nigga, bro, and fuck you. Continue, though.
All right, man. So I can't remember what I was saying. So anyway, yeah, man. There was a lot going on that made me shift and go down there, y'all, because I had to get away from the city. And when I went down there first for vacation. When I went down there, somebody I was beefing with had robbed me. And to be honest with you, I was gonna do something. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, man, it's best right now for me to just dip because I'm gonna do something I'm gonna regret. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And it was good for me to get away for that little bit of time, even though the little relationship ain't work out. You know what I'm saying? But it was time for me to get away because I grew. I was able to see things from a different perspective. I seen how much of a savage Columbus made me because I was going around everywhere still mean mugging and watching looking over my shoulder some way how I felt up here. You know what I'm saying? And I was out, I'm like, bro, ain't nothing going on down here. Ain't nobody looking for you. You know what I'm saying? Or ain't nobody, you know what I'm saying, looking at you. You know what I'm saying? And I can realize you can calm down. You know what I'm saying? It took me out the fire for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, man, I got some issues. I need to change. I had a lot of downtime just to sit there and think about me. You know what I'm saying? And the mistakes that I made and the people that I may have done wrong and not dealt with the right way. You know, and it's some time to mature. So I feel like I'm a better version of myself now. Now, that may not mean nothing to some people that don't like me, but for everybody else that's coming into my life, they're gonna get a better version of me. I ain't, you know what I mean? I'm not bitter about nothing that happened, because it's all a part of God's plan. Like I said, it's phases and seasons you got to go through, you know what I'm saying, to get to that final, prepared place. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't mad about it. I'm happy I got my son. You know what I'm saying?
Nephew!
I got my son. You know what I'm saying? My business going good, music going good. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, life is life, but God is being God. You know what I'm saying? We just riding this thing out. You know what I mean? Things on the up and up.
All right, I feel that. So, what's a life lesson that taught you the hard way that now you kind of like live by, low key? Like, now like, nigga, I ain't never doing that shit ever again.
A life lesson that's making me say it there. Give me to me one more time.
A life lesson that taught you the hard way that you live by now. Something that done happened that, you feel me? It done taught you the hard way. You like, man, I ain't never doing that shit again. Or I ain't never going down that road ever again.
All right. I'm gonna give y'all something real. Check this. There was a time that I was out here. I was a lot of people's muscle. You know what I mean? Working younger Bishop 10 years ago and beyond, I was, I was a lot of people's muscle, and I used my strengths and my abilities for evil. You know what I mean? And I did some things that was quite shameful. You know what I'm saying? I hurt some people. And I thought that I got away because nobody called the police or, you know what I'm saying, this, that, and the third. But God is always watching. And the Bible says God is not mocked. Whatsoever a man soweth, that's what he also reap. I remember my first leg surgery, I was out there playing basketball. And everybody know I can't play ball, but I was doing it to get back in shape because I wanted to fight. You know what I mean? I thought I was great, but I was like, I got to get back in shape.
Yeah.
And I thought I was, ready to start back training, playing basketball, and tore my tendon in my leg. I don't know how I did it. It was a simple jump shot. But before I hit the ground, all I heard was karma And when I hit the ground, I see what I did. And I was like, man, God saw that. You know what I mean? And I was like, this is why this is happening. I knew exactly in the moment, this is what you did. And, you know, and I learned at that time, bro, karma is like a club punch. You can't see it coming. Like when somebody smack you with that bottle, bang, you ain't see that coming. There's nothing you can do to defend it. It's just there. It's at the front. It's at the front door, kicking it in. It's the battle ram, like the police. They're getting through. So, you know, that in that moment, you know what I mean? You know, it taught me in the hard way, you know what I'm saying, you know, that even if you get away, you don't get away. And that was one of the main things that happened to me that shifted me away from that type of lifestyle. You know, people you can feel like you this, that, and the third, but every dog gotta stay. And God always the one with the final say. So, you know, I learned that you know you can think you bad, you think you try to do what you want to do. All right, give it some time. You gonna learn you can't move like that. So I learned to always move like I'm on camera and God watching me. You know what I'm saying? So I try to move in a way I can be honorable. So when he play the tape back, you can see like, hey, you see how I did it. You know what I mean?
Nah, I feel it. I definitely feel it. Like I said, describe a typical life in the day of Bishop. Like, you feel me? When is a Bishop day? Because I typically know a lot of them, but what for people that don't know Bishop, what is a Bishop day?
A Bishop day, 9 times out of 10, it's a beautiful thing because I get to wake up when I feel like it. You know, usually I tell people my office hours are from. But the truth of the matter is that's one of the blessings of being an entrepreneur. I don't like waking up every day at the same time because I don't go to sleep at the same time. I don't like, and I can't start my day off and get anything progressive if I wake up and I'm still sleepy and I gotta start moving. I'm gonna be in a bad attitude. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna be fully aware. You know, but usually, you know, my days start up to, you know what I mean, making sure, you know what I mean, my son got whatever he need to get him to wherever he gotta go, whether it be to school or, you know what I'm saying, to his babysitter, you know what I mean, you know, and I'm getting on the phone and I'm getting on the internet. I really trap off my phone. You know what I'm saying? I built an empire on my phone.
Time out. Don't ever live with Bishop. Okay. I'm gonna just let you know now. Don't ever live with Bishop. Like, bro, if anybody know, like I said, again, that's my brother. So I live with this nigga Brian that's not the time of my life, bro. Probably 3 times, but we don't live with each other. This nigga is definitely a nigga that get up at 6 a.m. like, hey, bro, what's up? Like, let's hit the phones. Let's get on Craigslist. He's like, I just came back from Parkway, and you're like, I am asleep, nigga. Lucky me. I'm just now getting myself together. Like, bro, Bishop is definitely that person I know that's going to wake up and get on that grind. So
yeah, listen, I say this, and I said to somebody the other day, like, there's only 2 people, you know what I'm saying, that tell me what to do. You know what I'm saying? God and my bank account. If my bank account says we can sleep in, we sleep in. My bank account says we gotta get up and grind. We get up and grind. Like today, I had to get up early. They took that money from me. I was like, oh God, we gotta grind.
Hey, nah, that is definitely real. I hit this nigga up like, hey, bro, I need you. He was like, bro, I can't do it. I'll miss you right now. I'm like, I'll talk to you later then. God damn it. Like, go ahead, handle your business. You hear me? Bro, nigga, bro, I'm getting the fan of this motherfucker. God damn. All right, so we gonna go keep going real quick. So for the younger generation, what is one message or one thing you want to give for people coming up behind you? Like I said, we in Columbus, so Columbus is the new generation is the YNs is a little. What is the thing you want to give them to kind of give some guidance?
get some substance to your life. Check this. A lot of people, they judge the young YN music, but the young YN music is the way it is because that's where their mindset's at. There's no substance added in their music because there's no substance in their life. They're not doing anything. You know what I'm saying? That means anything. I'm gonna say this. One of the most painful things when I see somebody die is their obituary, because usually it's nothing on there. Where you went to school, where you was born to, what family, what your favorite color was, what your favorite team was, where you went to church last Easter. And then between the dash, there was nothing but pointless stuff. What is your obituary gonna say? What did you do? What did you build? What did you change? Is your life going to echo in eternity, or is it going to go silent?
That's some real shit. Like I said, this new generation is it's wild. I ain't gonna cap. It's a little reckless. I was talking to somebody earlier today, and I was like, bro, niggas is not like how we was back in the day. Like, and like I said, I'm young. So motherfuckers would think, you feel me, I'm motherfucking 35, 40. And I'm like, no, I'm about to only touch 30 next month. You feel me? But I was in the nightlife and in the game when 2014, 2013, when I feel like nightlife in Columbus was at its peak. Like, we had Lucky's, we had Magoo's, we had motherfucking, what was the little spot off of Lockmore? We had the little club, the little bar that everybody used to go to, OGI. We had little $2 Tuesdays. We had Lounge 23. We had Moonlight. DW had his shit. You feel me? Everybody, like, nightlife in the city was, it was good. You feel me? Now, oh, hell no. We couldn't have that shit now. Like, we would never be able to have everything we had now. Back then, now, hell no, it would never happen.
I'm going to give you the reason why Columbus nightlife has failed is because club owners are cheap and they don't want to get quality security to keep people safe. You want to give more money to the promoter than the one that's going to have to bust his gun and actually put hands on people to keep everybody safe. What's more important? And then when you have security guards only getting $100, it's easy for a drug dealer that wants to shoot somebody, pay them $500 to $1,000 to get them in with their gun.
Nick's Cabaret.
A lot of clubs. Like, listen, you see what I'm saying? Like, I never say no names, but I was at this after hour and some niggas that know me called me outside. I was like, no, we're trying to get this strap in. We got some beef inside of there. I'm like, look, you let me know who you got beef with. I'll stand with you all night. They try to get crazy, they got to deal with me. Like, nah, man, come on, we got to hold it. You see what I'm saying? I'm like, I can't do it, y'all. I can't. But I was, no cheap security guard. I was getting paid for what you know what I mean? So anyways.
This nigga was getting paid. I'm just going to say that now.
So, but I had something invested there. You know what I'm saying? I cared more than the average person. That night, they shot that same person that was in there, and they was going to shoot him in the club. You know what I'm saying? That was going to be our establishment. None of people was going to be working. You know what I mean? But the average security guard ain't going to do that. They're going to get that offer. They're going to take it. That's my rent money. That's what my money my kids need. Man, I don't care about these niggas. No way. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting mine. You know what I'm saying?
Like I said, me and Bishop go back so much. I mean, like I said, if you know me, you know Bishop. Like, you can't know one of us and don't know the other. Okay, like it's like Beavis and Butthead. You can't know Bishop, you don't know Eric. Like, you really, like, you just gotta know either one of us. Like, you really like, oh, yeah, I know them. Like, okay, like, yeah, but I don't feel safe anywhere if I ain't got Bishop. Like, that's just 100. That's me. I don't give a fuck. That's not me being a bitch ass nigga because everybody know I hold my own. But when I got Bishop next to me, bro, I just feel invincible. Like he like that. Nigga, I would have put my shit out over here. Like, nigga, I don't give a fuck about nothing. Nigga, I got Bishop. Like, he hold 1,000 niggas back. You know? My nigga ain't gonna let nothing happen to me. Like, that's how I feel, bro. Like, and that's just being real. Like, that's my brother. Like I said, I just feel like, and I knew when Bishop went out of the security shit, I was like, damn, I can't get this nigga to come out for nothing, real. Like, if Bishop used to tell me, like, bro, you gotta have a bag for me to come to security, but because it's you, I'll come out and just look after you. But I'm not throwing any niggas out. Like, and I'm like, ideal. Like, you feel me? Come on. Like, but that's my brother, like I said. So you don't find a lot of people in life like that. You feel me? And that's why our relationship is how it is. Like, and if niggas know us from years ago, we know we done fell out, got back cool, fell out, got back cool. You feel me? But that's my brother. I would never let that motherfucker ever be like, fuck Bishop. And I'm like, yo, hold on, let me, wait, what you just say, nigga? You better be talking about your reverend, nigga. That's the only person you talking about, nigga. Because I know you're not talking about my bitches. Like, but that's my brother, like I said, bro. I don't give a fuck. Like, that's my nigga. Like, you feel me? And I love you, brother. Like I said, you my brother for real. Like, and niggas blood, like, bro, I don't give a fuck about that blood shit. Like, I got love for my brothers, but this is definitely my brother that nigga blood don't mean shit. You feel me? Like, I'm a ride, I'm a slide. His son, my nephew, my daughter, his niece, you feel me? It's family. Like, you feel me? Like, I think when I had my daughter, I think you was the first nigga you was there when I had my daughter. You was the first one that knew I had a daughter. Like, you feel me? So, yeah, like, that's my brother. Like, you feel me? We gonna slide on real quick, closing questions. What's something that you are proud of that nobody knows about?
Something that I'm proud of that nobody knows about. I'll say most of the things I'm proud about, I can't say that nobody knows, but I think one of the biggest things I'm proud of that I don't talk about a lot is the fact that I've helped some brothers that didn't know how to live legal, was living a different life, and I showed them how to do it legal. Like, you know what I mean? Like like I said in the song, I showed them trappers just how to turn it legal. Like, that was literal. You know what I'm saying? Like, I took people that was selling dope, selling weed, running the streets, doing their own thing, scamming, whatever, and I showed them another way. Everybody always talking about the trap. I be trying to talk about the escape. I never wanted to be a hustler in that aspect. I did it because I had to. Never wanted to. I always seen legal money coming up. I was around millionaires as a child, as a teenager. Like, you know what I'm saying? I seen there was other stuff out there, but those opportunities weren't always there. So I understand people. You gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta do what you gotta do. David said, Lord, don't make me so rich that I forget you, but don't make me so poor that I steal. So I understand when you in poverty, you trying to just get a meal. That's bars.
Bars. Nah, for real, bars. He said, listen, bars.
But you know what I mean? That's but for me, to have brothers I know that I've impacted their life like that, they was living one way and then they ran into me and now they living that way. To me, that's a trophy. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna glow. You know what I'm saying? Forever. I'm a die a happy man about that. You know what I'm saying?
And you, like I said, you a big testament to my life because you done been to see me from, again, 16 to now I'm about to be 30 next month. You feel me?
Yeah.
So you done been there and you done see Eric the Broke, Dusty, DJ, to now the Eric that got everything that I got now, my family, you feel me, my health. Like, you done see me. So when I remember when I first fucking lost my job, I think I called you. I was like, bro, they fired me. Like, you feel me? You was like, well, what's new? Like, nigga, they always fire you. You like, nigga, why don't you just do your own thing? You feel me? You got the building now, like, then you got your own space. You got the movie company, bro. Just promote your shit and to go to your own way. So I definitely, I can be the first testament to that shit. Like, bro, Bishop is definitely, he gonna show you some things. You feel me? Like, he definitely gonna show you some things and show you how to get it without having to clock a motherfucking time clock. Like, you feel me? Like, again, I want to have my movie company who's for this nigga. And that movie company, when I be down and out, I ain't got no money, man, I'll make a motherfucking Craigslist post and I'm like, hell yeah, nigga, like, we here, nigga, we gotta, okay, hello, yeah, like, so that's something I learned from him. Like, you can't take that away. Like, and there's people, like I said, this is the most misunderstood person in the city. And like I said, everybody got something bad to say about Bishop. And it's like, when I talk about Bishop, it's nothing but good. Like, you feel me? I was like, I ain't never heard of it. I mean, I heard of the shit, but I ain't got them problems because that's my brother. You feel me? So, hey, chill out. No, not too much of my brother now. You feel me? Not too much. Keep it short. You feel me? And like I said, bro, I appreciate everything, bro. Like I said, this is the first episode of Late Night with the Boys.
With the boys.
With the boys, you feel me? And I appreciate you being here. And I appreciate you doing this. And like I said, you always good to come on. You
My
feel
dog,
me?
my dog.
You my brother. Like I said, this is something that everybody was waiting for. I ain't gonna lie. They're like, when the fuck are you gonna have Bishop on your shit? I'm like, hey, chill out. Wait for it. It's on the way. And here we go. We here.
Yeah, this was good. Definitely got to come back. And then, you know, because we got such a great chemistry. Our brotherhood speaks. And, you know, and there's always more that, you know, I feel like there's going to be more people want to hear. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be more things that come up. We're going to address it.
Yeah.
You know, so anybody out there that hate me, I love you. I'm praying for you. Now, literally, I've been praying for my enemies yesterday, bro. You know, somebody called me talking about such and such talking about you. Da 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 da. What you think I should do? What you think we should say? I'm like, I'm gonna pray for bro. They stopped. They're like, what? I'm like, bro, need prayer, bro. He's tripping. Like, y'all ain't even mad at him, bro. He needs prayer. Look, and I broke the situation down because I could see. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what's going on with him. And they was like, I didn't think you was gonna say that. I'm like, yeah, bro. I ain't always been like this. Like I said, I grew. And one of the things that's been misunderstood, I'm gonna end it on this. I've always struggled with praying for your enemies. I don't want my enemies to win, but praying for your enemies isn't saying I want them to get a new house and a new car and they'd like to be better than mine. No, praying for your enemies is God, they're ignorant. They don't understand this, that, and the third. God showed them that this is wrong. You see what I'm saying? That's praying for your enemies. You see what I'm saying? And if you pray for your enemies, you wouldn't have so many. We always try to pray on our enemies. And that's the reason why we got so many.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. You see how I went on the Facebook yesterday, and I was like, y'all niggas is weird. Like, and I wasn't even trying to pray on enemies or pray on what I got going on, but I was just speaking of the facts that y'all niggas in Columbus is weird, okay? And I'm just being 100. I could tell a nigga something one day, and then I see the shit on Facebook like, nigga, I just said that. Like, you feel me? Like, and it's just being 100 that
you know what? You said that, so I'm gonna go ahead and say this. The other problem with Columbus is the spirit of the city. The spirit of the city comes from the person we were named after, Christopher Columbus. He came here to the Americas pretending that it was just lost at sea or visiting and show us this and what's that over there? Where do you get your food from and how do you eat and how does this work or what you call that over there? And you're wonderful, I love you. And until I got everything I need from you, I'm cool with you until I got everything until I've used you up. Now it's the hell with you. Put them up. I'm gonna take it from you.
Facts.
One of the most horrible stories for me of a Columbus nigga and a Columbus spirit It was my guy Mook. It was my guy Rob Locklier's cousin. He was one of my elders at my church. It was, his cousin, was a dope boy. His name was Mook. And, Mook, obviously Mook, he started coming to church. Like, you know what I'm saying? He wanted something different. You know what I'm saying? You had the bread already. He just wanted to do something different. He really wanted to give his life. And, I would run around the church with him, talk to him, encourage him, hug him, give him that brother love, talk to him on the phone, and Mook was, staying away from the game. Well, one day, Mook was a little bored. He's like, I'm going to go hit the casino. I want to gamble. You know what I'm saying? There's some people like, oh, you ain't supposed to gamble. He ain't not, but there's a lot of things you're not supposed to do. But anyways, Mook went there. Yeah. Mook, he went and he hit big. He hit for 50. You see what I'm saying? He hit big. And his dude was there with him. His dude went broke, lost everything. Yeah. Mook was a real one and gave him 5 bands. Like, bro, I don't want you leaving out with nothing, bro. It'll take 5, at least, you know what I mean? You got back some of what you lost. You know what I'm saying? The nigga went back and killed Mook for the rest of the money.
Damn.
I went to go touch Mook in his casket. I touched his chest with number paper. Tore me up. I was like, man, that's some Columbus niggas. Like, bro, I gave you. You gonna kill me for the rest. That's all that I'm worth to you? This little bit of bread, y'all kill somebody for a couple $1,000. Shows you ain't never had no money, because that ain't no money.
Nah.
I done blew through thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in a month. I mean, thousands. I'm like, bro, where did I go? On little stuff. And yeah, some of the people will kill you for that. You kill somebody for some money that can't even change your life. It may keep the lights on, but it can't change your life.
Nah. And that's what Columbus be failing to realize. I ain't gonna get all into it, but you know the situation with my brother and everybody. But
yeah,
it's situations like that, bro. Like, you feel me?
Not worth it.
It's not worth it. It's definitely. And my thing is with that whole situation is, if they really would have spoke up and really would have said something to us, they would have never had to been in that situation.
Yeah, but like, bro, don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that. And then you're not getting nothing. So it was like, it was a dumb-ass mission at that point.
Yeah, and one of the big problems with Columbus right now, and I'll say I'm taking the fault as well. You see what I'm saying? It's because there's not enough. Even though I try to do my part, everybody could be doing more. And there's not enough OGs. There's not enough big bros that's pulling down on them YNs because y'all scared of them. Tell them, like, cuz, chill. You see what I'm saying? And not just telling them chill. Some people loving on them. You see it before they crash out. Love on them because them YNs is hurt.
I'm gonna say something, and I don't know. A lot of people might take it some way. I don't know. It might be the liquor, but there's a lot of OGs in the city. I'm not gonna say names, but a lot of people that's using the name OG that's not really acting like an OG in the fucking city. They encouraging the shit, but then going to the back and playing like, oh man, I don't know why little cuz did that, but they're not really encouraging the, like I said, the unity. You feel me?
The real build. Here's the thing, man. The days of being a gang member and being destructive have to go, because the original idea for gangs was for policing our own community, for keeping each other safe, not for terrorizing each other. And you supposed to, as big brother, you supposed to be lending to little brother. You know what I'm saying, and giving them the game and help build. And you know what I'm saying, that's what makes you a real OG. Not just because I put in work in the streets. That I put in work in the streets, I put it into that, and I'm showing people a better way. Like I said, I'm not promoting the trap. I'm promoting the escape. You see what I'm saying? And we watch people's demise and not do anything about it. It's almost like you see a little boy that's got a little feminine traits, and instead of showing him like, hey, don't hold your hand like that. We get some strength in your wrist. Right. Start walking like that.
Don't do that shit.
Hey, put some bass in your voice. Say it like that. Put that doll down. You know what I'm saying? You know, versus, you know, the person that sits back and just judge, and then years later, be like, see, I seen it all along. I called it back then. What did you do to try to stop it? Everybody's always sad when they baby get killed or when they baby go to jail. But what was you doing to try to stop it before that time? People be so People be so caught up with their own life, they forget they have a job to mold their children. I honestly feel like when children is under 18 commit heinous crimes, parents have to pay. They should have to have some trouble as well. How is it that if my dog bites you, I gotta pay for the hospital bill? But if my son shoot your son or he shoot you, I ain't gotta pay the hospital bill for the funeral. And I made this little piece of work. I have more control over my kid than I do my dog. It's a dog's nature to bite you. It ain't our nature to kill.
And you right about that, because I be seeing a lot of these YNs and all the young niggas be getting out here, and they be stealing these cars and crashing them, and they be like, damn, now my car fucked up, my car can't move, you feel me? And don't let you not have insurance, because now you fucked up for because you ain't have insurance, you feel me? And these niggas done stole your car and crashed it, you feel me?
Now listen, I'll say this, and I was guilty of this at one time. A lot of parents, we'll have our children in the house, you can be present but not present. You know what I'm saying? You can be so caught up with your social media or so caught up with your relationship, so caught up with everything, you're forgetting that you have somebody who's new to planet Earth, who needs good information, and then you're not installing and you're not uploading the right apps in their mind, and you're letting other people filtrate their mind or come into their mind and indoctrinate them with foolishness. We got to watch what our kids are watching on these shows, and we got to spend more time talking with them, being with them, because you can't tell me that you did your job as a parent and he turned into a YN. You ain't do your job. Because the Bible says, train a child up in the ways to go. Train, not teach. Train. Train a child up in the ways to go. When it's older, it won't depart. Why did they depart? You ain't train them.
Yeah. And you already know, like you know I'm big on the kids. You know how I'm in about kids, and you know my daughter is everything to me. You already know that's my twin. You feel me? Like everybody know, like anybody know me, they know my daughter is like the biggest motherfucker in my life that can never do any wrong. And you feel me? Like that's my baby. Like you feel me? So I definitely try to be in my daughter's life, regardless of anything I got going on with her mom. I try to be there in my daughter's life. No disrespect to my baby mom, shout out to her. Excuse me, my daughter's mom, because I know if she watched it, she gonna be like, nigga, you feel me? So my daughter's mom, love you. You feel me? But I try to be there in my daughter's life, and I do get the satisfaction of being there in my daughter's life, and it's the best thing. Like I said, you got your son 24/7, so I know, nigga, you love it. You feel me? Because I already know if I had my daughter 24/7, it would be the best fucking thing to me. You feel me? So being a single dad, and we about to close out of here after that. How does it feel, Bishop? Like, you feel me? Being a single dad, raising a son.
I'll say this: I respect women with kids that much more, because getting up and getting them ready.
Nah, thanks.
That's the worst part for me. Like getting up, I'm slow in getting up. I'm like, man, y'all gonna be late. What they gonna do? They gonna kick you out of school? You still gonna graduate?
Thanks. No, I'll feel
Don't pray for me in that area, but man, it's a great feeling, man, just to know that God's entrusted me with such a handsome young man, a bright, young man, and that I finally got him after years of fighting for him. Like I fought all over the country. Going to Chicago back and forth, got cases up there, going down to Atlanta, bringing him with me to Charlotte. I'm bringing him with me to Ohio.
I got sick the last time we went to Chicago. I was sick. The whole trip, nigga, I was pissed. Like, why am I throwing up, nigga? Like, you feel me?
I messed up the trip. We were supposed to kick it. This nigga sick.
We had a nice Airbnb. I think like 2 days.
Yeah, nigga, I'm there towing up. We can't even go do that.
Nigga, I'm in a bed, sick, nigga, sleep, nigga, watching Netflix, nigga. I wasn't doing nothing. Like, you feel me? So when everybody say Chicago, I'll be like, fuck Chicago, nigga. Like,
hey, Everybody Chicago watching it. Hey, y'all know I love you. This nigga shit. I get hella love in Chicago, man. I got love for Chicago, man.
Nah, man. Like I said, anything you want to say? Closing remarks, man. You feel me? I'm gonna let you get the floor.
If I say anything, man, love people while they're here, man. There's been a lot of people that's just been dying lately, and one of the most painful things is when somebody die, you're on the wrong, you're on good terms with them. Forgive people. You know what I'm saying? Learn to let some stuff go. You know what I'm saying? And, it's good for you. You know what I'm saying? Because you can grow. You can grow with God because you can't get into heaven and get Jesus to forgive you for everything. You ain't forgiving other people, and it's hard to do. You know what I mean? But work on it. You know what I mean? Heal every relationship that you can. But that doesn't mean that people that disrespect you or violate you should get the same access. But you got to learn how to let it go. You know what I'm saying? Learn how to let it go, and God can add to you. You hold on to it, God can't give to you. And it's a powerful thing. You'll grow more. That stress will leave you. You know what I'm saying? It's something that the enemy's trying to hold on to, keep you in your heart. Jesus said, "The enemy, the prince of the world cometh, but he hath nothing in me." And a lot of us, we forget. We look at the big label sins. Oh, you out here drinking, you out here having sex. You know what I'm saying? Other things, but you forget about unforgiveness. You know what I'm saying? How many people you holding grudges with. You know what I'm saying? How many people you still angry at? The Bible says don't let the sun go down on your wrath. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of unnecessary hate that sometimes you can get past if you just let it go. Like Eric said, me and him have fell out a couple times. And it come down, throughout the time, I'm like, listen, time's up. I'm not going to hate you forever. You did something to make me mad. You may have violated in a certain type of way to me. But you got to balance it out. If this person has been majority good to you, you know what I'm saying? Y'all had a small infraction, maybe it's worth going back and look over this thing one more time. Now, somebody, all they do is have nothing but bad violations. I say, like the scripture say, no good tree bear bad fruit, no bad tree bear good fruit. You know what I'm saying? So you'll see every once in a while, you may have a spoiled apple to hit on a good tree. You know what I'm saying? Every once in a while. But, if it sits there too long, you know what I'm saying? It'll become a cancer. But people that have repetitively done you wrong, keep the distance. Still forgive them. But if you can heal, do that because it's worth it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of my brothers that I'm the tightest with, I fell out with them. Like me and Dope, me and Damien, we were talking for a while. I think it might have been a good 2 years. Old good. You know what I'm saying? And it came back just for the love. Like, I miss you, bro. Like, it really wasn't even that deep. You know what I'm saying? I was just in my feelings. You know what I'm saying? And that happened. You know what I mean? I'd have got mad at God before. You can't stay in that place. You can't grow like that. You know what I mean? If you can't let it go, you can't grow. So if you want to stay stagnant, stay right there. Stay with that bad heart.
And I'm thinking about it though, before we close. Nigga, we done always been at blows before with each other. And I'm like, man, I know I might lose this motherfucking fight, but I ain't about to back down to this real quick, you feel me? Like, real shit, like, I'm thinking about it, like, I did Bishop almost fought before, and I'm like, I might lose, but hey, little homie Lee is a testament to this, because he was there, like, he was definitely there.
I'm probably just put you in the headlock. I ain't even got the heart to hit you. I had to put you in the headlock.
Like, bro, this is my bro. Like, for real. Like,
I said what I said.
Before we get out of here, I just got to say, bro, like I said, you've been with me since I've been 16, so you done seen the growth from 16 to now. I'm about to be 30 next month. And I have this platform, played in 96. I got everything I got working now. And you've been there, and you've been the biggest supporter, bro. And like I said, I really appreciate it, bro. I love you, bro, for death. You feel me? If anybody know, like I said, this is my brother. And I would do anything for this man. And I know he would do anything for mine and me as well. So, you feel me? This is my bro. Like I said, I love you, bro. This ain't even the drink or anything talking. Like, this is my brother. Everybody know, like, And that's why I was so happy to do this episode with Bishop. Because I was like, this is my first one. This is the kickoff. Like, Bishop is the only person I know that can do it right with me and really kick off this whole little shit I got going on right now. Like I said, we still in construction. We ain't all together, but
Excuse
you
me,
feel me?
I'm still under construction.
Yeah, we still under construction. But my brother, he knew when it was time. Like, bro, go ahead and do what you gotta do. When I first told him about it, he was like, bro, if you don't go get that motherfucking building, I was like, all right, say less. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the bread down. You feel me? Like, I'm gonna do what I gotta go do. And shout out my co-hosts for Planet 96. Like I said, Quincy, Eli, they definitely helped with this. We still growing. But like I said, Bishop, you definitely been a big part of my life. Like, and that's real nigga shit. You feel me? And I wouldn't be where I would be if it wasn't for you and everything we done been through and the bullshit we done been through. Everybody was like, damn, how y'all really stay friends out of all that shit? And I was like, bro, that's my nigga. Like, you feel me? Like, that's my nigga. Like, you feel me? Anybody know, like, bro, Bishop is a part of anything I do. Like, you feel me? That's my brother. If I feel eerie about something, I'm gonna call Bishop like, hey, bro, I don't know if I feel about this. Like, you feel me? What you think? And he gonna tell me the real, and I'm gonna just deal with it. Like I said, I might get a lecture, but you always been 100. You feel me? And I always respect that, and I always love that. And like I said, my daughter is, you know, that's her uncle. That's Bishop. You feel me? And you feel me? His son is my nephew. I love him. You feel me? So whatever happens, we never, you know, down the road, that's my brother at the end of the day, and everybody know that at the end of the day. That's bro. So, like I said, this is the first episode of Late Night with the Boys. You feel me? I ain't gonna keep y'all niggas long. We about to get up out of here. I'm hungry. You feel me? I'm hungry as fuck, so I'm trying to hit this Popeyes. So I'm gonna play this song and a nigga go ahead and go out. Shout out my nigga Quincy, man. We back in this motherfucker tomorrow, actually. I ain't gonna lie. I forgot. ATM Tone will be in the building tomorrow. So shout out him. He will be doing his interview tomorrow. So we'll be back in here.
Nigga, play Testify.
Yeah, bro. Nigga. We ain't, bro. I told you I ain't get to that shit. Nigga, when you called me, nigga, I was outside. Right, nigga. So, like I said, we want to play this shit to get out of here. And it's Late Night with the Boys. You feel me? Shout out Quincy. We back in this motherfucker tomorrow.
Q-Dog.
Yeah, we back in this motherfucker tomorrow, man. Love y'all. Shout y'all out, bro. We out of here, man.
I love you.
Yes, sir.
It'll be alright.
Yeah, I did what I did, and that's why.
Well, stop doing it. Think before you do anything or say anything.
I've been changed. It's too late for her to see it.
I put too much stress on myself. Now I can't tell if this health is fate. I ran away and blame myself. And now I can't seem to turn her my way. She say she busy, but got time to hit me up when they get late. It's not easy when you can't even get past a closed gate. I used to think of you like, man, he messed up cause you were me. And now I'm on the other side, hoping you would choose me. Even when it get woozy, I don't want you to lose me for the things I did. You wanted a movie, so I got us a movie. And the story me and you, titled True Love Is, yeah. I know you wanna see it through and what you got right now. But listen close, if you do, I gotta stop right now. We can't be friends, girl, I know we can't be friends.